What's happening, team? Today, I want to talk to you all about asking for help. Now, in society, therapy tends to get a bad rap, or asking someone to listen to you, or being humble enough and knowing that, hey, I can't do this alone. Sometimes it can be difficult. Thankfully, society is, shifting that direction. We're really trying to emphasize, hey, your mental health matters, because it does. It does. That shouldn't be a thing that we have to, convince you of. Your mental health matters, whether it's, at work, whether it's at home, whether it's in your personal, professional relationships. It doesn't. Your mental health matters. At the end of the day, your body is going to change over time. Your nutrition is going to change over time. At the end of the day, though, if this is always holding you back, or if this is always limiting you, or if this is the thing that just, I'm pointing at my brain, not my head. That's a whole different conversation. But if my brain or my mental health is always holding me back and limiting me from being all that I can be, from living Bucking Fit, we really want to be able to look outside of ourselves in asking for help. Maybe that's therapy. Maybe that is, support groups, whether it is with AA or potentially the National Suicide Hotline. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. We all need help. This was unexpected. As the past year has unfolded, I asked for help so many times because I needed it, because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do it on my own. And I never want anybody to feel like they're alone, because during the struggle of what my life had become, I couldn't ask for help. I could, but it was very repressed by another element in my life. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help. And there's nothing wrong with talking to a therapist, or going to a counselor, or meeting up with friends on a Sunday and saying, hey, how can we support each other? It's not to fix. Maybe it's not to problem solve. Maybe it's just to vent, but it's okay to ask for help. Because I would much rather my friends and family and loved ones, or even a stranger, ask me for help and have that tough conversation than have the tough situation of going to someone's funeral. For the greater part of 2021, I was suicidal. And my clients didn't know. My therapist knew. The people that needed to know knew. But it was very difficult because I felt like I was on an island. And no matter how many lifeboats came or were close, I was afraid that I would be judged for having those feelings, or be shamed because I was unable to do it on my own. And what I have found, especially with working with a lot of different humans, we all have this sense of pride, or it seems like to a degree there is this sense of pride, like, no, other people can ask for help, but I don't need to ask for help. I'm good. I don't need to ask for help. Like, I've got this. I can figure this out. Oh, no, please no, you should ask for help. You should really ask for me. Oh, no, I'm good. And it's one of those things that I cannot tell you what to do. I cannot tell you how to feel. What I would encourage you to do, though, is if you are struggling, or if there are things going on in your life that, where life is going to happen. It's not when it happens. It's not if it happens. It's when it happens. And we want to be preventative about that if we can. And we can, go to talk therapy, art therapy. There are so many different talks of therapy. Julie and I did a conversation in her interview where we talked about like there are so many different outlets in which you may find value. Maybe it's getting out in nature. Maybe it's joining an intramural sports league. Maybe it's playing music. But you matter. I matter. And it felt like for the longest time that I didn't. And I didn't know if I was going to make it. But it's been a year. A little over a year. And I made it. I'm past it. And it's amazing that I thought about giving up on all that there is still left for me in this world and in my lifetime. Please don't give up. It's okay to ask for help. We're really glad that you're here. We want you to be here. And that doesn't mean that it's not going to be a struggle. That doesn't mean that it's, easy peasy lemon squeezy. But it is worth it. And, sometimes you may not be able to. I was unable to live for myself. And so I found a way to live for others. Because if I let the demons take me, they were going to take me. And so I thought of gravy, and I thought of my family, and this isn't something that you have to do, but in Stoicism they talk about, facing your mortality and facing death head on, where you actually think about like what that would be like, and I did that. I wrote about it. I still have the document. Or I wrote about the people that would be affected, and I went into detail on it. And it convinced me for every reason why I would never do it. But I say all of this to just encourage. It's never a bad thing to ask for help. It's not. It's very brave. Vulnerability is brave. It is, and you matter. You are enough. You are so very loved. I'm really thankful you're here, team. We'll see you on the next one. Hey there, I'm Tyler Buckingham, creator of the Bucking Fit Life Masterclass series, and I want to invite you to head to the link below, not only just to get a free mini workbook where you get the tastings of what you can expect inside of the Masterclass series, but also if you go through that, not only will you radically improve your life, but then I want to invite you to join the Bucking Fit Life and join myself in a community of experts where we help you live healthier, more sustainable lives, because health shouldn't be so difficult. And we're here to show you how it's not. We'll see you on the inside.